Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody is doing well today. Um, hope everyone is doing well. Hey, oh, it's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day out, and it was so beautiful. I just felt like, it's a Sunday, and when I have my Sundays, I value my Sundays off. They say on the seventh day he rested, and I believe in taking full advantage of that 7 days. It maximizes, reset your mind, reset your thoughts, reset your energy after working. And it just hit me that when one of the things I like to do is I like to come out, and I love being near water. And this is a little place that's close by where I live, and the water just flows. It's peaceful. Normally there's some animals, some birds, some flowers, some bees, some ducks that are around the pond and around the waterfall. And it gives me peace. It gives me clarity. It's always been a place where I really was able to reset. And my, believe it or not, I didn't always know that the importance of being powered by the sun and being by water. And I often share with those that have been on my lives before or been following me for quite some time that I talk about the affluent man or the affluent man. But many times people want to instantly associate it with money. And there's obviously truth in that. There's wealth associated with that, um, wealth of mind, body, and spirit. But for me, where I was drawn to and gravitated towards was the subset definition of affluent, and that means flow. And for me, that flow directly correlated with the flow of currency, the flow of energy, the flow of water, and how water, um, and I'm no expert by any means. I'm not going to sit here and try to be this great philosopher on a lot of different things, because while I am an educated man, I just honestly, when I found out it when I went to the water on my own, like just going to the ocean. I used to live in Houston, um, and people like to trash and badmouth Galveston, but the truth is, there's nothing about when you get into the water and you see the waves crashing, you get inside of it, and that fresh salt water is on you. It does something to you, and it does something to me. And it was a place that I took. Water was a healing. Everyone likes to talk about a come up or bounce back, and you know coming back. And as a person who was, you know, had a season in my life where I had some great challenges, water actually was a thing that was super healing. You know, I you may have seen me. One of my favorite movies is the Creed series, and I remember when he was training in the water and he got so frustrated that he dipped up under. He just screamed, and nobody could hear him scream. Well, I've done that before. And I realized the only person that could hear me scream when I was up under that water was me and God. Just me and God. And and after going through that, I would do that. I would go to the pool. I would go. Um, I was at this, really nice gym that I was a part of, and I would go to the pool and I would just dip in and I would just release and scream and get it out. And it ended up being a pattern where I no longer come to scream, but I come to just release. So being next to water, being in the sun, um, and it gave me peace. It gave me balance to a lot of challenges that we as men face. Um, we as black men face. And I faced a lot of those challenges. While I'm proud to say I'm still standing, you know, I always want to encourage other individuals to know that you've got to find that place of peace and find that place of balance. There's nothing soft about getting to a place of peace. Nothing at all. In fact, it's actually pretty strong. And I realized over the last few months I've been back really heavy on my health journey and doing, eating right, removing as much meat as I can from my diet, putting in more, uh, moving to a more predominantly plant-based and semi-pescatarian diet, eating more fresh fruits and vegetables. But I'm also working out, working out, working out. And I was going hard, 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 hard. And ironically enough, as many times as I've done it, I realized that when you take that time off and you just rest, that's when your body really recuperates and really you gain greater strength. You gain, it allows it to rest and reset. So I make it a point to always rest and reset and do my best not to work on Sundays. Um, Unless, of course, if I'm dealing with a client that's getting married, and that's a beautiful thing that I love being a part of. I love being involved in that with those clients that I have on those spaces, because in that space, it's not work. I'm in my calling. So again, I'm just out here enjoying the sun. Who's out there? What's going on? The reflection of the sun, I can't really see you all. You just really see me, and hopefully you can hear me. I know my microphone sometimes cut in, cut out. Oops, I might cut it off. Oh, I didn't. Well, my Wi-Fi may be a little herky jerk being out here, but I'm out in the country and flow. So I really want to talk about. I got to thinking this morning about flow and how things flow and how you have to be plugged in and tuned in to the flow of life, the flow of the energy that you give out and that you put out and the responsibilities that come with that. And, you know, believe it or not, this place where I'm at, I didn't really intentionally, first off, want to be here. And I was asking God, I was like, man, why did you bring me out to this, rural West Texas area? Like, why out here? Why out here? But man, it ended up being one of the greatest gifts that I ever needed because while I pride myself on, and I always tell people, I did the work and I got healed. But in during the healing, I didn't realize how depleted I was. I was depleted emotionally. I was depleted of the social interaction of family and friends. And when I got here, I was able to get a recharge at a level that I can't even quantify. Just being able to be around my family, and it's just a little, you know, rinky-dink country town, but it's the love and the energy that I get every day with being able to wake up and be surrounded by family, my little cousins who give me that energy and that joy seeing them and my other family members. And then the peace of being able to just walk outside and get some sun, breathe in some fresh air. Yeah, good morning to you. And it just does something for you. And what it does for me also, and so I encourage you guys, if you haven't done it, I mean, I know it sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many people don't take the time. They're moving so fast and they're so focused on the hustle and bustle. But if you take that time to reset and just really recharge and disconnect from everything, it it accelerates your growth. It accelerates your pace. You're able to sit down and reflect and take the time to reflect. Give God thanks. Give him thanks. I give him thanks. I thank him. That's the, I cannot express that enough, man. And there were times on other platforms where people try to cut me off, or things like that when I would say those things, and how I give, man, all praise and honor to God. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't hide it. I ain't got no fear. You don't want to follow me. I don't care, because this is the truth. Man, just be thankful. You don't have to be caught up in a lot of dogma, um, a lot of structure. And while I don't embrace necessarily the term spiritual, I am in connection with him and in relationship, because it charges your vessel. What'd you say? Um, yes, he deserves it. Yes, absolutely he does. He deserves it. And when I sit back and I look, I made this little video, and for me, anything that, not that I necessarily quantify it, right? But I remember when I see a lot of views that go over a couple hundred, and I see, the likes and stuff like that just naturally, organically happen. I'm thankful, because I used to come out in places like this when I had this calling on my life to speak, and I was afraid, and I was surrounded by individuals who really didn't embrace um, that that calling that I had to get it out. And I would be like in a field, like, and there was actually a pond. It's funny, I used to live out in this place called Pflugerville in Austin, Texas, and I would go out there before all the people came and everything, set up my microphone, and I just kind of speak, and I was just talking to God. I was afraid. I didn't know. I had no guidance. Nobody trying to tell me. But they always said, "Hey, you got this." They wanted to use my gifts and talents to their financial gain, but they didn't want to pour in, or they always had the handout, one to take from me. Take. Can't pay me for this course. Pay me for that. And while, again, I understand, I'm not knocking that. That's all part of the journey. But if you finally get to a space where you're unafraid, you realize the only partner that you need in this process is God. And once I realized I didn't need to partner with other individuals that were, had their hand out or were trying to stifle my growth, and I really just plugged into him, man, that's when change happens. And it took me to places that, like I said, that I never intended to go, but I found my greatest strength in that place, unexpectedly. Again, just going with the flow, just being obedient. And I'm watching as far as business is concerned, everything that you guys see, um, man, that's all with me. We're partnering with God. And I know, you don't have to agree. I don't care if you agree with some of the things I say or some of the music I attach to it, and things like that. I know who I'm connected with, and I know the message that I'm sending, and I know what I'm doing. But I'm always amazed at the growth and the reach, and being able to leverage this beautiful thing of technology. And I'm always humbled by the individuals who say that they've been inspired by my story or my journey, or to be associated with me, and I appreciate that. I I do, because there were people. If I wasn't plugged into the flow, then I'd be selfish somewhere, caught up in the rat race of corporate America, caught up on who I'm associated with, who sees this and who sees that, you know. And that's, networking is important. It always is important. But you have to see people for who they are and where they're at. And that's sometimes in that rat race of corporate America, you can't see it because, the system is designed to keep you in a struggle. But when you disconnect from the matrix, I love the Matrix movies. Um, Disconnecting from the matrix and you plug into the higher power, no matter what, social media can never take away that essence of human interaction and human touch. And I figured that out when where a lot of people were exploding and that was their moment of growth and they had a lot of success in their business, they gained followers. For me, it was horrible. It was horrible to be on lockdown, um, especially at the space where I was at, having finally gotten healed and ready to come out of the house. And then all of a sudden I come out of the house and all the kids went in to go to sleep. I'm like, dang, what's going on? I'm ready to come out and play and have a good time and take life to another level. And everybody's in the house. And I traveled all across the country and the roads were just desolate. They were empty. But in that time, I realized that, that God was still working on me. He was still talking to me. He was strengthening me because there's a book and a series, you guys can Google it, by T.D. Jakes, who um, I call one of my digital mentors. It's called The Crushing. And when I say, man, that summarized a lot of what created the man that you see today. It was a crushing, and the crushing was necessary. You have to be crushed before you're crowned. And I didn't really understand that, right? My cousin trying to call me. We'll talk later. Probably family sometimes will see me online and then they want to call me. Why call me? Just wait. But I love it though. I love it. I love it though. Um, but The Crushing is a good book. I haven't read it, but I lived it. And, I watch a lot of, and I attend when I can, the Potter's House, and I get fed. And I just want to encourage you guys on this beautiful Affluent Flow Sunday to plug in. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to build relationship because that's your greatest strength. Your greatest strength as a man is going to be when you understand the role that you play and how powerful that you are, and that all others will lose something without you. And having walked through a season of my life where my value was overlooked, it took the crushing to create the space of growth to reemerge as a new version, a better version, the version that I was running out to the field trying to find, the version that went and sought and tried to gain mentorship from men who I know now were never qualified to lead me because they weren't leaders. Again, they weren't qualified to lead me because they were not leaders. They couldn't show me how to be the foundation. And one thing I always speak on is that you as a man, you are the foundation of that home. You're the foundation. You're the infrastructure. And you have to understand your role and play that role. And if the foundation is good, when the storms come and the building is destroyed, if that foundation is good, what do? You're able to rebuild. And when you rebuild, you rebuild better, stronger, faster, just like the $6 million man. Because now you know better. When I was a child, I spake as a child. But now that I'm a man, I move accordingly. I move differently. Yes, I do read the word. Yes, I do study. I just don't always spit everything out verbatim. And I don't take on the title of pastor. I'm not one, but I am a vessel, and I wholeheartedly embrace that. So, again, just plug into the flow. Get away, get to some water. Um, if you live in the Houston area, don't let people talk you out of going to Galveston. That is a massive, powerful body of water. Go to the most secluded areas that you can get to. I'm speaking to that because I'm in Texas. Go down there. When you get to Galveston, don't go to where the tourists go. Go all the way across. Go to the left, get on the ferry, trolley across to the other side, and find you a peaceful spot. Or go all the way to the right when you get down there. Go all the way to the end to where it's desolate. Get out there and find peace and sit. You others who sit on the PCH, PCH, Pacific Coast Highway, on the Pacific Coast, go out to the water. Try to find the places where there aren't a lot of people. Or put on your Beats headphones and put on some peaceful music and sit in the water and tune them out. Most people don't come until later in the day. So the earlier you rise, the better you are. Again, just some tips that I've learned. I'm sitting here, my mouth is getting a little dry because it's warm and I'm talking. But again, I just wanted to touch, hey, what's going on? I can't see. Let me make sure I go back and respond to everybody. I don't have my shades on. Those who talk to me. Appreciate it, though. I see you guys. Thank you. Can't see them all, so my apologies. Let me read this. That's why you're glad to have a lake on your property. Yeah. That is awesome. I like that. The crushing was life-changing for me. Yes. Beautiful area. Thank you. Yeah. Wow, been there. Absolutely. Good morning. Good morning. I see you all. Thank you. So, got my classic 1971 shirt. Something special about 1971. I don't know what. What could that be? What could that be? I don't know. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate, I see you. Even if we never ever get a chance to, do business, the fact is that you're human beings. I value the fact that you took the time to come in and that you do follow. I do. A lot of good things that are happening. And it's happening faster than what I expected. And it's happening in a place that I didn't expect it to happen in. But it is happening. And I'm grateful. I really am. I'm grateful. Grateful. To my son, who I know always watches my videos. Daddy loves you. I love you so much, son. I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I will always be here for you. I will tell the world how much I love you, and I will show you how much I love you. I pray for you every day. You're a gifted and beautiful soul. There will be challenges that will come for you. But if you take heed to the lessons that I do my best to provide for you, you're going to make it. You're going to rise, and you're going to replace me as king, because you are that one. Hold your head up high, brush your teeth, wash your face, comb your hair, deodorant, lotion, and cologne. Every day you get up, you hold your head high, you look a man in the eye when you speak to him. You shake his hand firmly. Never allow somebody to bring your head down. Chest up, head high. You are somebody. You come from good soil. You come from good seed. Your name means something. Whew, I know I went a little personal on you guys, but when I get out here, I just flow. So, again, have a fantastic day. Love you all. As always, I leave you with this: sow good seeds, do good work, reap, then teach to repeat. Until next time, peace.